Alright, hey guys. I've been saying I'm going to do another video and I keep putting it off. I was sitting around watching YouTube tonight, so I figured I'd do a video on my med kit that I keep in my backpack. So yeah, I just get into it. We'll start with the outside, because as you can see, it's got stuff everywhere. I am shooting this freehand again. I haven't gotten a mount for my phone, so yeah, I'm just going to shoot it like this for a while until I decide what I'm doing with that. The first thing, pull out right here, little Streamlight Stylus Pro. I love these things. I have 3 of these. I actually don't know where one of them is. I need to figure that out. But I keep one on my med kit because it always works. I've never had one fail me. And I have one that's pretty beat up. Carried it for like 4 years straight and just abused the ever-loving that crap out of it. And I keep these little tongue depressors in here. Not so much for tongue depressing, but like I mess around with my friends, we wrestle, we do some somewhat crazy stuff, and kind of help brace up fingers and stuff like that if you need to immobilize it for any reason. So batteries run out because it's electronics fail. In the flashlight, I keep a little glow stick. Also can use this for signaling, of course, but oh, and since I didn't have a Red Cross emblem, I have my stupid allergy patch on here, which I just love. All my friends get a kick out of it too. Keep a medical shears on the side. They look pretty tangled up, but they're not. It's literally this. Bring it in real quick so you can see it. This little Celtic knot. It's a little stopper knot attached to this paracord. And it's literally the only thing holding it in. So you push that out and you pull it out. This is just some bungee from one of my old packs that I threw on here. In case I ever needed to change up the way this is done or lash it up differently, say a zipper failed or anything like that. I don't ever see that happening. This Van Quest pack is amazing. I love it. It's overbuilt and works amazingly. So I have this paracord just for grabbing it and being able to see it, and then this little loop so that I can grab here and pull away and just rip the bag open. But I also keep this CRKT Minimalist mounted right here, and this is the Warrenclyffe version. Focus camera. And that's not doing it. Oh, so yeah, I use this a lot. This one I got it and I used to carry it as a neck knife. Then I had some issues, let's leave it at that, where I could no longer do that, where I spend most of my time. Sorry, camera's not focusing very well. So I just threw it in my med kit because first time I ever used this blade, I didn't open a package, I didn't open anything like that. I opened up a friend's foot because he had a splinter. One second. Probably about as wide as that, so this way. But it was square, so it was all 4 directions. It was almost that wide. So I had to dig into his foot a little bit to dig it out, and to this day he still cringes if he ever sees this blade. But yeah, so I'm throwing crap around again, 1 second. So yeah, that's my little medical blade for digging out splinters. It has a really fine point, if you can see that. Let me back it up against here, get it to focus a little bit. Come on. So yeah, if you can see that, it's a really fine point. Works really well. Takes it and holds a really good edge. It's a carbon steel, so no complaints there. And we'll get into the inside now, because that's pretty much everything on the outside. And yeah, this is just kind of my workstation, just random stuff everywhere. I was on YouTube, like I said earlier, watching some videos. So now this isn't designed as a quote-unquote trauma kit. I do have a little bit of capability in here to deal with some trauma, mostly bleeding, no airway or anything like that. I need to get a tourniquet. I just haven't had the money to designate for that at the moment, so I haven't got one yet, but I have a job working full-time now, so I'll be able to do that. So yeah, I got wet ones right here. Essentially what these are just the Germex brand. And I keep these right here, so when you get into this kit, you know, you want to make sure you're sanitary while you're working on people, because this kit does go with me when I go camping, hiking, anything in the woods, around town, and I'm always working on something, doing something, helping somebody do something. It's just what me and my friends do. So there's no telling what's going to be on my hands when I have to use this kit, so I keep those there to get my hands sanitary instantly. That's so much better. Got that glare off. These, I think this is one. It might be two. No, yeah, this is two. If you can see that right down here, I got a second one. This bottom one is an ACE bandage. It's self-adhering, but also a little elasticy. And then this one's just a regular ACE bandage that's just elasticy, and you hold it together with a knot or a bobby pin or whatever, or a safety pin. I have these because when I was an intern, it was very common for people while we were working out to roll their ankles and jack themselves up. So I'd pull this out and brace it up. I've used this bottom one. I believe, no, sorry, it was this top one. I used this one in Costa Rica and Honduras to brace somebody's ankle. Different occasions, different people. So I love those things. So very versatile. And then I keep a little bit of gauze, sanitary gauze right here. Just, this kit isn't really in a super great order. It's just kind of thrown in the best way I could, with the emphasis on things I use the most being at the top. So as you can see, I have some loose painkillers, Tylenol extra strength, Advil. I usually have some Aleve, but I don't see it. It might be in with the pills, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, so on this little thing that came with this, I'm dropping stuff again. 1 second. Oh, let me talk about this real quick instead. This little thing right here. Yeah, this was sanitary gauze. But on my trip to Costa Rica, I was using this to brace up somebody's leg, or brace up somebody's knee because they rolled their ankle. And then someone else rolled their ankle and needed it braced, and all I could get my hands on was this. I didn't have this exact med kit. This actually came from another med kit from that trip. And yeah, that was a fun time. My med kit got stolen when I got into the country, along with a bunch of our other supplies. So yeah, I wasn't too happy about that. But yeah, so I used this. I was really surprised actually, because you can see, I don't know if you can see that actually. You see how thin that is right here? That is, you know, I mean, that shouldn't work for a brace, but if you do it tight enough, it actually works really well. And get these out of the way. You got some Q-tips just for cleaning out whatever you need to. And I keep some medical tape just in case you got to cut in a weird place or anything like that. You can cover it up. And got some safety pins attached to this too. And I love this because I can just throw it down out of the way like that, and like you see right now, it's hanging off the edge of my little workstation here, and I'm not worried about that going anywhere. It just sits right there. And I have saline right here, and what I love about this saline is this is sanitary saline out of an industrial med kit. And what I love about this is I can use it as an eye wash, or I can use it to flush a wound. Now, I typically just use it as an eye wash, but I almost had to use it as a to flush a wound out on myself. I had a cut, and I gotten some lint or something in it, and it was not coming out. I did actually get it to come out with just water, so I didn't wind up having to use this, but I almost did. I'm just glad I had it. And then got a Ziploc bag full of gloves right here. And now, one thing I do want to mention that I don't hear talked about that much anymore is the latex allergies. And I know that doesn't sound like a huge deal, but this is a medical kit for emergencies, right? So if someone has an allergy to latex, I don't want to use that on them, especially because I personally have an allergy to latex, and my friends have had to get this out for me before because I've cut my hands or whatever. And if I had something really bad happen and they had to get into this, I don't want latex on me. Like, it's not the biggest thing. I'm not gonna go into any kind of shock or anything like that from it, but it adds another layer to the situation, to the problem, that can be avoided. And most people, I've never heard of someone with an allergy to a nitrile glove, powderless nitrile gloves. So that's just what I keep in my kits whenever I am able to, which I'm able to all the time, just because where I get my stuff. Some more of those eye washes I mentioned. This right here is on the top because this is moleskin and band-aids, all different sizes, shapes, and all different brands. But I love this. This came out of another med kit, but it's just the perfect size. I can drop all of them right in here and then put them in right through this little loop. And it keeps them all together. Easy access for whenever I need them. I don't have to go hunting for them. I don't have to worry about not knowing where I put them, because I did have that situation once, and it really did piss me off not being able to find what I knew I had. So that did really lead to some reorganization of the kit. But anyways, I keep a should be a 4-inch triangular bandage right here. Let me pull it out and see what this says. Let us see. Yep. No. Focus. 40-inch triangular bandage. Sorry. Wow. That's, you know, just 10 times bigger than my original estimate. But also, with this little piece of duct tape, normally it looks like, yeah, I pulled it off. I need to put it back. But I usually keep a safety pin. Oh, wait, no. It's under there. It's actually right there. If you can kind of see that bump. There, my finger's pushing. That's the safety pin that I use. Sorry. So that I always have a safety pin with that. So I never have to worry, where did I put this? Where did I put that? I try to keep things as together as I can. As you can see, I've run a lot of little Ziploc bags. I'm looking for a better system, but so far this is the best thing I've come up with. And these are just disinfectants. Rubbing alcohol is my preferred kind of wipe thing for it. And then I love these little triple antibiotics. I can put this over the top of a wound that's not bleeding, just, you know, little cuts and scrapes, and don't have to worry about band-aids or anything like that. Then I keep this together. This is a burn, so just some burn gel, stuff like that. You know, grab a hot band, whatever. You got a little burn, a little blister. You can use these to take care of it. And these little things are pretty cool. These actually, when you open them up, and like I'm touching it right now, it's cool. It's cooler than anything else in here. And it holds a cooler temperature, which is perfect, because, you know, you get that burning sensation after a burn, and it's just hot and uncomfortable. I can put this over it and help with that. It's actually what that's made for. So yeah, just keep that. I keep keep a emergency blanket in here. You know, tons of uses for that. In the medical arena, it's great for someone goes into shock. You wrap them up in that, helps stabilize their vital or their core temperature and all that kind of stuff. This back section is all my gauze. So I keep, instead of rolls of gauze, because of the nature of the multi-purpose kit, I keep these sterile gauze pads. And then a friend, he hooked me up with 2 of these quick clot sponges, or combat gauze, sorry. And I keep one in here, and I believe I put the other one in my car med kit, which is a little bit more heavy bleeding focused than even this is. Working on building a legitimate trauma kit or buying one, but you know how life goes. But so yeah, this is awesome to have. Just, you know, an extra peace of mind. And back here, I still have a little bit more gauze. So you got some smaller sizes, so I don't have to. Sometimes there's a cut, you know, or an injury that's you don't want a band-aid for, but you need something to cover it. Say it's a pretty bad abrasion or something like that, and you're out in a situation with a lot of dirt, and you don't want to leave it uncovered because it is bleeding a little bit, and it's an open infection area and all that kind of stuff. I try to think long term, because this kit goes with me everywhere. I take it when I travel, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, these are pills. Should be antidiarrheals. Let's see if I can get this to focus. There's a couple in here, but I can't even say that name right now. But yeah, so these are just some of my pills. I have to go back through and remind myself what I have in here. What's that? Some more gauze. And right here, sorry, I'm throwing you all out of frame. Trying to do this one-handed is a pain. Alright, so right here is yet more gloves. And again, these are powder-free nitrile gloves, nitrile exam gloves. And those are just rubber bands around them to keep the size down, so that they'll slide in and out of the pouches where I keep things. So you can see around here, it's got these little small pouches on the sides that I find perfect for throwing stuff like that into. Just leaving the tab up top so I can grab it. So yeah, that's my basic EDC med kit. Sorry the video is running a little long and kind of rambling. It's about 12:30 where I'm at, and just my day off, so I figured I'd do something like this, get a video up real quick. So yeah, just post comment down below, let me know what you think. Now keep in mind also, I will say this is my medical kit, not yours. Now there are some common features that all med kits should have, but this one is designed for me and my personal uses on a day-to-day basis. I'm not telling you this is what you should do. I'm not saying this is the best one out there, so watch your mouths. Alright, thanks.